Hi everybody, I know it's been quite a few weeks since I last did a YouTube video, but things have been a bit difficult over the last few weeks. I haven't been very well, so I just thought there's a lot been going on, but it's only today that I've really had a chance to really sit down and come together with you and just share some things that I received. Diamond painting kind of took a back seat for the last 2 weeks due to not being very well. But it doesn't mean to say I haven't made preparations for the kits that I have received recently. Today what I want to do is share with you some of the storage things that I've gotten recently that might be interesting to others that aren't very, well, should I say, gosh, I seem to have lost my track somewhere along the line and what I needed to talk about. Right, take some deep breaths and we'll get back into it. Right, some storage solutions that I've found are not going to be heavy on my hands, and they're not that expensive either, so I'm feeling that some of the things I've got already are really good. Some won't do. So yeah, here goes. First of all, I want to say thank you to Debbie Smock for getting these storage box systems for me and sending them to me from the US of A. I'm really grateful to you. Thank you so much, Debbie. I haven't put them to use yet, as you can see, but these are from Harbour Freight, I believe, and from my understanding they're cheaper. Actually, where have I put the scissors so I can open them? 1 moment. Here we go. So, having a look at, oh, I think I've opened one, yes, here we go. One prepared earlier. These are really good. They come in their own box, and there's 24 inside, and I'm not quite sure how many bags these hold. You guys might have a better take on that. So these are quite easy to open, and at the moment these are my favourite. They're from Debbie ordering them to delivery. I think they're taking 2 weeks. So yeah, I've got several paintings that I have to set up. So I may be doing, like, I've got a few to do for Christmas, so hence that's why I needed several systems. So this will do one, and it's going to take 2 full sections because I think there's 50 colours in the one that I want to do. So it'll be interesting to see how I can set these up. So I've got 3 sets of them, and for those in the USA, I think this might be a good way of doing your system. I think what I'd like to do eventually is get a whole section, because they come in these boxes and 24 in each one. Yeah, I'll need quite a few, won't I, for the whole skedaddle of diamond painting, but maybe I'll just keep these for the paintings. So yeah, they come in such a nice box and keep everything together. The other thing that I did, I ordered these off eBay, and they're paint pot things with the lids, and the lids go on quite tight, and I did put some diamonds into one. Can I find it? No. The lid's on quite firm, as you can see. There. And they open like that. And I think I got about 3 bags full, no, maybe more in there. I think maybe four bags of 200 in there. So I've got several of these, but I don't think I'll be keeping these. In actual fact, I will be doing a giveaway for these at some point. There's supposed to be, I think, 50 in there, maybe more, I don't know, but I've got 50. So that's another way of storing things. And then I think I've already shown these before, these screw-on top ones. As you can see, I've used them before. These are very good, to be honest. I sometimes, for me, screwing on and off is quite painful. My hands at the moment are a little bit swollen, as you can see, compared to that side. So that's a bit painful for me. So yeah, and I'm saying so, and I'm so sorry. These hold quite a few bags. I know somebody else who's just done about storage, and they've calculated how many bags they can get in each one. So that's a good one to look at. I've missed talking to you guys, and it seems like I've gone out the habit of talking on YouTube just because of circumstances, the way that they've been. Yes, I know I look different. I've had my hair chopped off. I actually like it better this length than really long. And I'm trying to get the weight off as well. So yeah, these ones, these circle ones, are very good. I've got a complete bag of them. They come in 30s, and for those on smaller ones, they're really good. These are as you can see in this one, I have those eyes things, and I played a trick on my best mate who stays with me sometimes, and I saved up all the toilet rolls, you know, the middles, and put eyes on them and hid them in her room, and then put loads of eyes all over the room, so she went in and all she could see were these eyes just staring at her. It was quite funny. It took her ages to find everyone. I still think there's some in there that are still on the wall, but don't tell her, will you? So there's those ones. I think the Harbour Freight ones cost, Debbie will know, I think the 3 boxes altogether cost me in dollars, I'd say roughly, I'd say $15 for the 3 boxes, which was really good value. And then I paid postage. And these ones cost, I think £7.99 English pounds for 30, which isn't too bad either. And these are off eBay. The little paint pots, they're called. Tester paint pots. I'm sure you can get bigger ones. I thought these were bigger, so yeah. They cost about £2 something for 50, so not bad at all. Might have been a little bit more, I can't remember, but yeah. So they're off eBay, so Harbour Freight, Amazon, eBay. And then recently on my last video, maybe the one before, I did one on the Lockables Craftmates, which I'd received in a sale. I'm sorry to say that they've really increased in price, so I think they're sought after, but they are so good. But an alternative to that is one called, let's just put my glasses on so I can see, Paper Mania. As you can see, it's in its own box, and it is very similar to the Lockables, Craftmates Lockables, and this is to do with my Christmas present for my best friend. And as you can see, there is far more in this one than there is in the Craftmates Lockables. There is, you got the big ones in the middle there, and I found these absolutely fantastic, and they're just as big as the Craftmate Lockables, except they don't have the lockable thing at the edge there. This cost $15.99 from Amazon. That is pounds, so that might be more in dollars. But as you can see, they're quite big at the side. They hold up a lot, and I mean a lot, of diamonds. And the middle ones I love. As you can see, they're almost triple the size. Are they? Let's just see. Oh, could do with my tape measure. Okay, they're double the size. There's two of them basically, and it's just great. I really do love them, and not only that, they're easier to open than the Lockables. As you can see, clip up like that, and then they close, and they don't fall out. I find these really good. You don't have to press anything, you're not struggling to lift up. In actual fact, I think I like these better than the Lockables. So if you have Paper Mania in America, you could get one of these, but in the UK these are really good, and so I think these will be my preferred storage solution for me. Others may find other things a lot better. So yes, here I am again. I'm back. Well, hopefully. I can't guarantee how things will be, but I will be back. I will continue to YouTube when I can. Thank you for those people who have asked how I'm doing, and your concern. It's been really appreciated. It really touched me. It's not been an easy time. My grandson had a lump on his neck, and he saw the consultant, and the consultant said, fortunately, there's nothing to worry about there. It is like a birthmark underneath the skin on his neck. So we're good news on that. And then this week on Wednesday, he's back to see the cardiologist because he has a heart murmur that hasn't closed up since his birth. They weren't aware, well, I'm not sure if they were aware of it or not, but it's been a bit concerning, but it doesn't seem to have hindered him. He's nearly, well, he is 8 months. Yeah, he's 8 months. He's standing up by himself. He's a determined little fella, and I think he drives his parents bonkers, but who loves a feisty little boy. He's quite independent, and it's been lovely to watch him grow and to see the joy in his face when he sees his nanny. Obviously that's me. I've been away as well. I had my auntie with me, who, by the way, I got diamond painted Isn't that great? And so I spent some time with her, which was really lovely, and yeah, it's just not been an easy time, and I apologise for not doing YouTube, but sometimes I need to self-care. I'm doing a bit better. I'm still not quite there, but I'm doing better than I was. So your thoughts and comments have been greatly appreciated. I trust you're doing well. Doesn't mean to say you've been forgotten, because you haven't, and I'm just very grateful for your subscriptions on my channel. I did receive a painting, but I don't really want to put it on here because it is a Christmas present, to show you what it is. But once I've done it, I will show you, just because my best mate wants to view these videos, and I don't want her to know that that's what I'm doing. So shh. What else can I tell you that happened over the last few weeks? We've had extreme weather conditions. It's been majorly cold, and then we've had the other extreme of really, really hot. And that's been nice. Unfortunately, my boiler has been on the blink, so I'm fighting to get that sorted, and that's taken some time. I've just thought of something that was in my thinking just then that's just yeah, it's gone. So that's been ongoing, and yeah, I can't remember. It just seems so long ago what's happening. Yeah, it's just been. Oh yes. I had a situation recently where I was driving. In actual fact, just one moment. I'm back. I don't know if a lot of you believe in God or not, or some higher power, but for myself, I am a believer in God, and I am a Christian, and I follow him. To the best of my ability, that is. I still make mistakes, but I know that he is with me. And recently I took a trip down to my auntie's, and I was driving, and that morning I was at a prayer meeting, and they prayed for me for safe travels and things like that. So I was on the motorway, and as I was passing this truck, it was like the truck was going down towards, I think it was staying on the A1 where I am. It goes A1 to M1 motorway, and something hit the top of my car and then bounced onto the windscreen, and then just bounced off, and the windscreen didn't shatter or anything, though it should have done, and just wobbled, and it was quite scary because it was a thud, and you just think, oh my goodness, what's that? And you think, wow, how's that happened? Why hasn't the windscreen smashed or anything? Why isn't anything worse than it was? So managed to get to my auntie's who lives in Leicester, and my windscreen, the next day my windscreen wipers wouldn't work, and it was raining. They'd work but they wouldn't work, and they kept getting stuck. And then I think it was another day before I looked as to seeing why they weren't working, and where the windscreen is, you have the bonnet. I think, I'm not quite sure what you guys call it in the USA, but it's the bonnet, and then there's a dip where the windscreen wipers go into and sit. And there was I just looked and thought, oh, what's that? And it was this. This was sitting in the well where these windscreen wipers were. This is what hit my car. This is what hit my windscreen. It is a bolt, a nut and bolt from a truck. This should have shattered the windscreen. This should have caused more damage. And I can honestly say to you that there is not one mark on the windscreen. There is not a crack, there's not a dent, there's not a dent on the roof either, where it bounced first. And this should have caused more damage, any damage, but it actually didn't. So here we are. I'm very grateful to God, and it was just an interesting story because when I came back, as you can see, show you, yeah, there, as you can see, it's quite heavy. It's sheared off. When I came back, I was at my Bible study, and a friend who was there, she actually said to me, she says, oh, do you know, I couldn't get you off my heart. She says, I had to keep praying for you. And I know for a fact that God protected me that afternoon. God saved my life, because really that should have been a major incident, and it wasn't. And you know, it doesn't matter who it is, our prayers work for one another, and I just thank God that he kept me safe that day and driving. I think that we can all think of stories how we've averted danger and anything like that, but this spoke volumes to me of how we are protected, and I thank God for his protection that day. So I just wanted to share that with you, because it's a huge thing, and our prayers work, and they're heard. And sometimes we can think, oh, God doesn't exist, or whatever. That's okay, and I'm not saying you should believe or you shouldn't believe. It's your choice what it is that you believe. For me, I believe, and I believe that God protected me that day, and I pray for my children every day. I pray for my friends and my family and my loved ones, and believe it or not, I even pray for you guys. So I wanted to share that, because despite lots of things going on, I'm here. I'm thankful, and looking forward to doing another YouTube video very soon. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the selection of storage boxes that I've shown you. There will be a giveaway at 100 subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber, it'd be lovely if you could subscribe, and then I will do a giveaway. And thank you again for your comments, and thank you for your subscriptions, and I hope you have a lovely day. God bless you. Bye bye.